Very good. Okay, so now let me share my screen. So we were talking last week. We have been talking about the tests, right? The different type of tests. And it was more like make us conscious that examinations are good. Yes or no? Yes, they're good for students, good for us, etc. Well, and also we said that sometimes the examinations are it does have if you don't do it correctly, then it has a negative repercussion, right? If the scores are not well done, even the time of the class influences, right? So okay, so but then we said the characteristics of a good test. We said about the validation, the validity, the criteria, and so forth. Okay, good. Now we're going to talk about the details of the examinations. Okay, we're going to start with the type of tests. Everybody, can everybody see my screen? Not if you see it. Okay, cool. All right, so basically there are four categories of type of tests. We have placement tests, we have diagnostic tests, progress of achievement tests, and proficiency tests. Okay, so placement test is about when you are entering a program, let's say English, and then they want to see your level, you do a placement test because it places you in the correct level. Yes? Have you done one of these type of tests? Have you applied or taken? No one? Okay. Well, basically is a test that goes from basic to complex. The first questions are very basic and then goes gradually getting complicated or more complex to see your level. Now, diagnostic test and progress test, we discussed it last week. Remember, the diagnostic test is to see if they're getting the point, if you're doing a good job, and the progress or the achievement test is at the end of the unit or at the end of the course. And then there are the proficiency tests. These proficiency are examinations for you to check how pro are you in the English language. You know, such as like TOEFL, such as you know, Kai from Cambridge, or other, or LinguaSkill now, the new one from Cambridge. I don't know. Yes, Gabby.
I have a question.
Yes.
This diagnostic could be what the level of the students?
Which one? The first one or the last one?
Diagnostic test.
No. The one for the level is the placement test.
Ah, okay, placement.
The diagnostic, okay, it's when you have in an English class and then you are an evaluation in a week or two to see how's the progress.
Thanks.
No problem. Have you taken any proficiency tests? Which one, Karen?
TESOL test.
Yeah, that's not really proficiency. TESOL is for teaching techniques. That's not proficiency. Well, I mean, it is proficiency, but it's not for English.
Okay.
It's a proficiency test for teaching competences. No, I mean examination, English exams. That proficiency English exams like TOEFL, like I don't know, CAE, PET from Cambridge. I don't know the other ones, like for example, the DTS from Red Nova and so forth. Have you taken one of those? No, never. Yes, Anaí, can you tell us your experience?
I take the PET and then TOEFL,
The PET.
but it's yes, years ago.
And how do you feel about with the PET?
I'm good, but in the TOEFL it's more stressful for the time.
Well, yeah, it's timing. Many years ago, many years ago, I took the test, así se llamaba, TESST, test of English, something test. It's from College Board. College Board es como el Ceneval, pero gringo. And that it was a certification for me to teach English in Central America. You know, so I'm a certified teacher for Central America. It was 7 hours long. So yes, it's normally proficiency tests are not really friendly per se. But anyways, we got it. Okay, so now let's talk about the well, we discussed the placement tests, the diagnostic test, the progress tests, we discussed it, and the proficiency tests. They're long, they're not friendly, and these tests could make the prospect depressed and exhausted. Yes, you do get depressed from it. Okay, now let's talk about, can you, yes, Gabi. Gabi, you raise your hand. Your audio is off.
Excuse me. Proficiency test, I think, is the ability that a person demonstrates to speak or write English. Am I correct?
Yes, it's your competence. It's examination that certifies you that you speak English. Okay. Or that you don't speak English, no? Either way. So
okay.
So it's like you take TOEFL. TOEFL usually, esto sí es importante, usually proficiency tests are not for passing or no passing. O sea, te da rangos. Y te dice, for example, TOEFL es por puntos, ¿no? If you have certain points, your level is up or high. If you have lower points, your level is low, and so forth. So it just tells you how well you speak English. Okay, good. Now let's talk about, no, thank you. Let's talk about the items, more detail, the items in each test. Again, this is the ideal situation. Okay. You may adapt according to your circumstances, according to the school that you're working for, etc. Very good. So, can you read this, Giovanni?
A major factor in the success or failure of an exam or test will be determined by the items types that it contains.
Very good. So we're going to discuss the first two, the direct or the indirect test items. Let's talk about first the direct. Can you read the next point, Claudia? Your audio, Claudia.
I'm sorry. A test item is direct. It is asked students to perform the communicative skills which is being tested. E.g., if the aim of the test is to check listening comprehension, to be given a test that will check their listening skills, such as listening to the audio and doing the reproduction activities.
So again, in other words, direct testing or direct question, sorry, it's when you want to test a specific part of the English. Example, if you want to know if your students have good reading comprehension, okay, good reading comprehension, and then you want to know the specific verbs in past, for example. So then a direct question would be find or circle the verbs in past and the following reading. See, that is direct. It tells you exactly what skill or what part of the English language you want to be or you want to test from your students. All right. Also, another point, continue reading, Janice.
Introduce real life language through authentic tasks. Role play, summarizing the general idea, providing missing information, etc.
Very good. So in other words, it will introduce real life language in the tasks. And then the next point is Karen, are you here or you left?
Yes, I am. I was putting my headphones. Yes. Give us precise information about students' abilities. Age. When do I read
No, continue,
the example?
continue.
Okay. When writing an essay, the teacher might be interested in checking a particular skill only, such as producing the right layout of an essay or just grammar usage.
Very good. Again, if you want to check a specific point from your students, I'll give an example. Listen to the following conversation and write in your notebook all the adjectives. That is direct. Listening, forget about everything else. I'm just interested in the adjectives. Okay. Now, what about indirect testing? Can you read this, Anaí, please, the first point. Chema, hello.
Hello, sorry for being late.
That's okay. Go ahead, Anaí.
Okay. Indirect testing, on the other hand, measures a skill through some other skill. Indirect items try to find out about a student's knowledge through more controlled items, e.g., multiple choice questions or grammar transformation items. They are easier to design and easier to grade, producing more reliability.
Very good. So, example, Indirect testing is, for example, read the following paragraph and answer the questions. It's indirect because you don't know if they actually know the verbs, if they know the adjectives. You just understand that your students have a good reading comprehension. Okay, another example. Listen to the following conversation and fill in the gaps. So you have an audio of two people talking, and then students fill in the blanks in the conversation. You don't care about if it's an adjective, if it's a noun, if it's, you just want them to listen to the to the conversation. All right, they're easy to grade. It's just check or cross, check or cross. No other point. Okay, continue. Next one is the, who's here? Chema. Who's Galaxy S8? Que prenda su cámara. Manifiéstate. Anyways, Chema, go ahead.
Discrete point testing is meant to test a particular language item, grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, or spelling. For example, choosing the correct tense of a verb.
Very good. Again, it's meant to check one item in the language. No, it's a spelling or vocabulary. And the next one is the Chema.
Integrative testing intends to check several language skills simultaneously. For example, grading a composition or doing a conversational oral test.
So discrete point testing is direct testing. Integrative testing is indirect testing. See the difference? One is for a particular grammar point or pronunciation or spelling or whatever you want to test. And the other one is more a bigger question that examines different types of language skills. Okay. And many proficiency tests, they're a mixture of direct or indirect testing. Okay. Let's talk about in detail indirect test items. And this is the first one and the easiest. Multiple choice questions, MCQs. Can you read the first point, Cindy?
Easy to grade and to read by computers.
Very good. Normally, and the ones, for example, that have taken TOEFL, normally it's a multiple choice question, A, B, C, D. Sometimes goes A, B, C, D, E, F. No? And it's easier because, you know, easier for the teacher because it's only check across. You know, don't even read the answer. However, there is a negative point. Continue reading, Karen.
Very difficult to write well, especially when designing incorrect choices.
Very good. Difficult to write. Now, if you have the exam made, for example, from the you know, from the school or the school that you're working for, the program or what have you. If you have the exam done, it's easy. But now try to do try to do an MCQ exam. It is really hard. And let me tell you why. Because all the answers need to look alike. In other words, all the answers need to be similar. So it's very difficult because then you have to trick yourself. So in order to understand your student's mind and then do it. So yes, I've done like 2 or 3 in my life, and that's it. I'm like, I'm done. This is too much time consuming, you know. Continue reading the next point, Claudia.
Both their validity and reliability are suspect, for the score will depend on the student's ability to dominate math techniques rather than his/her understanding of the language.
Very good. Excellent. So they're not really very reliable or valid. We can even have in English, in Spanish we have the saying, no, the Ave María dame puntería, or in English, ini mini mani mo, right?
We
So
say that in many way.
yes, so it's not really valid. In fact, this is a secret. If you have a TOEFL, if you go choose ini mini mani mo, you will get 400 points or 390, 400. So it's not valid. Okay, so it is hold on a second. Yes, thank you. All right, very good. Now, what about the others? What about closed test and gap filling tests? Read the first point. Karen.
Close comes from the word closure and means the individual's ability to complete a model.
Very good. Can you continue reading, Karen?
Yes, there are 2 closed test techniques. Pseudo-random involves partial or total deletion of random words at a definite range. And rational closed techniques or gap filling, it is based on the deletion of words connected with the topic the teacher wants to check.
Very good. So the closed test or gap filling test or fill in the blanks, you know, you have two types: pseudo-random or random or rational. In other words, pseudo-random is every 4 words I delete the word and I complete. Or I just take any, mini, mani, mo, and delete the word. Okay? Or rational. Yes, who said that? Oh, sorry. Or rational is, for example, if you want to check verbs. Okay, so you delete the verbs so students can fill in with verbs. If you want to check adjectives, you delete the adjectives and students fill in the adjectives and so forth, no? Okay, or by number, every 4th word, every 5th word, every, so it's, ahora sí como dijo Juan Gabriel, ¿no? I too. So it's up to you, teachers. How do you want to do it? For example, we have an example here of fixed rate. In other words, rational, fill in the gaps. Let's answer it together. Okay, let's see. In the bottom, where it says, these are the words to choose from. I, word, that, my, to, within, with, a, of, broad, 20, and Georgiana, of, evening, and country. All right. So let's see. A ver, teachers. No? I teach it, it's very easy. Drink your coffee.
Sorry, I didn't understand your question. What do we have to do to tell you if it is pseudo-random or rational?
No? I want you to answer it.
Ah, okay.
Oh my Lord in heaven. No, bueno, teachers. Drink your chocomil. O como yo. Drink your Power Me, de Bibri. Digo, porque yo lo vendo, ¿ah? Okay, let's try it because you're like lost in the space. Ah, bueno, a lo mejor Karen es así como de escribirlas, ¿verdad? I give you 1 minute. Don't want to be nervous. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay, so let's see. Janice, first line.
I don't know, teacher.
Oh, Lord in heaven. A ver, who has number 1? Sheesh, dude.
Teacher, the first word is I were with Georgiana, and I am going to complete the next. Is this example or I am
No, you
wrong?
have to fill in the paragraph. Ours was the March, and then number 1, which word?
Okay. And the words we need to write in the paragraph is down.
Exactly.
Words. Okay,
Exactly.
I understand.
No worries. Chema, you have number 1. Come on. Chema, go Chema. Oh, see, go Chema.
Was it country? I remember this is a poem, I think, but I don't remember how it went.
Yes, this is a poem.
Country?
Was the March?
No.
20. Our was the March 20, down by the river, where as a river boom.
I don't
And
think so.
Sick. Eh?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think number 2 is correct. Maybe number 1, yes, correct, but number 2, no.
Who said the first one? What did you say the first one?
Claudia?
20.
Or was the March 20?
Yo lo entiendo así.
The first
Your
word
audio,
is
Karen.
¿Eh?
Your audio, Karen.
Our was the March 20.
It,
Down by the
Just one
river
repeating.
with
its another was the Marsh Lake.
That sounds more understandable, but I can see the lake word in the words to choose. Maybe breath?
Jeez, I'm worried now. I am worried. Okay, let me put it this way. Do you understand the words to choose from? All of them?
under the river. As the river runs.
According to myself, I think that I understand the words to choose.
Okay, all right.
Some that I was wondering were some words of the text, but I think March is like a.
It's not a month.
No. It's like a lake, but it's not a lake. It's with mood, right? It's well in Spanish like a pantano, but I can get the word for that one. That fit. Oh, wait. March is not breath. I think you're going to give us a 0, everybody.
Yes, I'm worried now.
Or where's the March?
Is that?
No? Sheesh. Okay, I give you a clue. Well, not actually a clue, but this is a poem from Dickens. You know Dickens, a very famous author.
I have heard about him, but I haven't read him.
Okay, I give you number one. Ours was the March country.
Okay. Someone says country, right? I don't know who, but someone says country.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Oh, if somebody did, yeah, you were correct. It's country.
Yes, because it's the country, the landscape. Down by the river. Or where's the March country? Down by the river.
Okay, I give you another hint. Down by the river.
The sea.
And then number 2 is between commas. So it has to be a connector.
Yes.
Within.
Very good. Thank you, Giovanni. Within. Very good. So a little tip, everything in commas is a connector. You know, pretty much. As the river won't. Este,
20 miles of the sea, right?
Very good. Yeah, it's very easy. 20 miles of the sea. Number 3 is 20.
I think my glasses need more.
So number 4. Again, number 4. It's very easy to do it with grammar. Number 4. It's a word after a period. So after a period, it's capital. So look for words with capital letters. Oh, you know,
my.
Very good. Thank you. My first, most vivid, and
broad.
very good. Broad as the meaning of big, no? Immense. Very good. Broad impression of the identity. This is easy. Number 6 is easy.
Of.
Very good. Of things seems to me.
I
That?
have been.
Sorry, Giovanni?
That?
No.
I.
No. Very easy too. It's too easy that you're missing it. What goes before have usually?
Do.
Very good.
Yeah.
Again, it's too easy that you're missing it. Okay, to have been gained. Así, to have been gained on.
Where?
Of that memorable?
No.
Oh.
What goes before a noun? Jeez, what article? Giovanni? Very good. Memorable. Karen, I'm worried now.
Yeah, I'm worried too.
A memorable raw afternoon towards.
Country? It's not, no.
If it's evening, what goes after evening? Excuse me, ya le dije la respuesta. If it's afternoon, what goes after afternoon?
Evening.
Evening, very good. Towards evening. At such a time. No, oye, tranquila. Sorry, my dog. Such a time, you need a subject. Found. Who found?
I.
Very good. Sheesh, I'm worried, teachers. Really? I found out of certain. We need a connector. 11. No,
With-
not a connector.
with-
Yeah,
with-
connector. No, ya
with-
dijimos within.
That.
Oh,
Very good, Giovanni. That. This, ¿qué dice? This bleak place grown. Ya sé que te referías, Karen. Es que hay dos within and with. Es with ahí. El 12 is with. Thank you. With needles was the church yard. And then we need a connector too.
my God, I can see.
Very easy. Very, very, very easy.
And?
Very good. Thank you. Who said that?
Me, Chema.
Good. Excellent. And that Philip Perep late.
By at.
Sorry?
No.
Very easy too. A word of 2 letters.
Of.
Very good. Of this parish and the sorry.
Given
We need a name.
Georgiana.
Georgiana, wife and of the above. Ya la última es la más fácil. ¿No apuntaron? ¿No hicieron deducción? La última.
I'm trying to see.
¿Eh? No, we use A already.
Oh,
Where?
No, tampoco. Where? Thank you. Where, dead and buried. Ah, bueno. Así como se sintieron, that's how your students feel. So, simpler the better. No monkey business, no funny business, to the point. Okay, good. Transformation and paraphrasing phase. Ahí me equivoqué, es paraphrasing. Janice, read it, the first point.
Yes, transformation and paraphrase. It's meant to ask students to rewrite sentence in a slightly different form, retaining the exact meaning of the original. E.g., I'm sorry that I didn't get her an anniversary present. I wish.
Answer it. A ver, answer it.
I wish I have get her
I have
anniversary
get?
present.
I have get?
I have, I'm sorry. I have got.
Oh
Sorry.
my Lord, Karen, really? Worried hasta el 100. Okay, repeat again, Karen.
I wish I could have an anniversary present.
O sea, sí le tenías bien, nada más que estaba mal conjugado. Do it again, Karen.
¿Me?
¿O who said that? Who said I wish? ¿No
I
fuiste tú,
think
Karen?
was.
¿O who said that? ¿Claudia?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Claudia.
do it again, Claudia.
I wish could.
Okay, do the whole sentence.
I wish I could have, no, I wish I could have a present for your anniversary.
No, está mal conjugado. Past to past perfect. Do it again.
Ay, no, pues yo pienso que es I wish I could have, I wish I could bring.
Could have is okay. Could have is okay, but then you need to conjugate the verb in past perfect. I wish I could have given you
A present.
a present. I wish I could have gotten you, or even I wish I have given you.
I wish get your present. Is that correct or not?
No, because this the original sentence is in past. And what you're saying is in future. It has to be the original. Okay. So I wish I have given you anniversary present. I wish I would have given you. I wish I could, etc., etc., etc. All right, sentence reordering. Read it, Chema.
Getting students to put words in the right order to make appropriate sentences tells us quite a lot about their knowledge of syntax and lexical grammatical elements. For example, put the words in order to make correct sentences called I, I'm, in, sorry, wasn't when you.
Can you try to answer it?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry I was, wait, first, where's the in? I'm sorry I wasn't in when you called.
I'm sorry, I wasn't in.
Oh, I'm sorry I wasn't when you called in.
No, I wasn't in when you called.
Wasn't in.
Well, I was in the house when you called. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Very good, excellent. All righty. Good. Now, direct test and direct test items types. Read this, Karen.
For direct test items to achieve validity, and to be reliable, test designers need to do the following. Do I keep on reading?
Yes, please.
Create a level playing field. Choose topics that come close to ensure that all candidates have the same chances to success. E.g., why was the discovery of DNA so important for the science of the 20th century?
Very good. In other words, if you want to use direct testing items, the first thing you need to do is you need to have a common ground that everybody knows what you're talking about. If it is an essay about DNA, for example, then everybody should know what DNA is and what you're asking about. Okay. If you ask, can you underline the verbs in past? Everybody should know the common ground. Yes. For example, the example in the poem that we just complete. Why was it so hard? I was just picking on you. It was hard. Why was it so hard? Because it's a poem from a century ago. It's all English. In other words, it's literature class. So if you don't have the same, how do you call it, the same knowledge, it's going to be hard for you. Same thing happened to students. All right, good. Replicate live interaction. Can you read this, Anaí, please?
Tests of reading and listening should reflect real life, even when they're not authentic.
Continue reading, please.
Picking item types. An interviewer questioning a candidate about themselves. Decision-making activities such as showing paired candidates photos of people in order to come up with a specific opinion about them. Using pictures to compare and contrast. Role play activities.
Very good. So all of those are speaking items that you can have. Interviewing, pair work, pictures to compare and contrast. For example, Anaí, when you did the pet, you had an oral interview, remember? And then they had pictures. Y ya decían, la pregunta era así como, use the picture to explain something. Or something like, look at these pictures and tell me the difference. No, questions like that. So yes, I'm a pet examiner, so I know what I'm talking about. So yes, it is oral examinations. Okay. What about writing item types? Chema, read the writing item types, please, Chema.
Writing composition and stories, a set of instruction for some common task, newspaper article about a recent event.
Very good. Very simple, right? Something that they know, something that is easy, and very important, teachers. If you want to have a writing item in your exam, make sure that it's the correct level. Okay, that's very important. If it's not the correct level, it's going to be really hard for the students. They will fail, most likely. Continue and reading items types. Janice.
Multiple choice question to test comprehension of a test. Choosing the best summary of a paragraph or a whole test. Inserting sentence provided by the examiner in the correct place in the test.
Very good. Multiple choice, best summary, etc. Listening item tests, Karen.
Completing charts with facts and figures from a listening text. Identifying which pictures are being described in a conversation. Identifying which of 2 or 3 speakers says what. Following directions on a map.
Yes, I love those. Listen to the following directions and follow the map. Or listen to the cup and write the propositions. I don't know. Many of those. Okay, good.
And right there,
All right.
I don't know. Good.
Good. Now it's 11 o'clock. Before moving to the activities, you want to take a pee break? Yes. Okay. So it's 11 on the dot. No, 11:02. So 11:20. All right. So I'll see you here 11:20. Hey guys. No te preocupes, Gaby, también estoy almorzando. Es que me entró una llamada en cuanto terminé la sesión. Ya no pude hacer nada, así que te estoy haciendo mi sándwich. Y tengo
Sí,
aquí a mis bebés esperando que se me caiga algo de la boca para darles.
Es que cuido también a mis papás, teacher Gerson. Entonces vino mamá y la estoy atendiendo, entonces también. Pero aquí estamos.
Está bien, está bien. No, no, mamba, no. Ahorita te doy, aguanta, aguanta. Aquí abajo. Mamba.
Okay, I'm here. I'm here.
Great, perfect. So we're going to work in pairs. Remember last week, I told you to bring an exam, right? Something that you had done or taken, or that you're working for somebody else. Well, an English exam, period, okay? So you're going to discuss in pairs. See, here's the dynamic. For example, Janice and Karen. Karen gives Karen's exam to Janice, Janice to Karen, and then they will decide if it's valid, if it's reliable, what type of test, if it's a proficiency, a diagnostics, a placement, and what types of items they have, if it's directing, direct, and discuss what can be improved in the examinations. Okay, because everything is perfectible at the end of the day. Understand the questions? I mean the questions, the activity? Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, teacher.
Very good. Let me stop sharing. Okay. So let me see. All right. So I'm going to have Anaim and Chema. I'm going to have Claudia and Karen. And I'm going to have Gabi and Janice.
Teacher, I don't have a group.
No, Giovanni.
Ay, hola, mi internet está muy mal, pero
Hi, my partner has not
hola.
reached. My
Okay.
partner is
So Giovanni, who were you with? Oh no, you just started, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Esta respuesta es de YouTube.
I'm going to assign you to classroom 2. And Karen, go back to classroom 2 and you will be with Giovanni.
okay.
And also, I just send you, Karen, over WhatsApp, Claudia's exam. Start with it.
Okay.
You need to go back to classroom 2.
I am trying to go again. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.